We celebrated Midwinter's Day on the 22nd. The twilight extended over a period of about 6 hours that day, and there was a good light at noon from the moon, and also a northern glow with wisps of beautiful pink cloud along the horizon. A sounding gave 262 fathoms with a mud bottom. No land was in sight from the masthead, although our range of vision extended probably a full degree to the westward. The day was observed as a holiday, necessary work only being undertaken, and, after the best dinner the cook could provide, all hands gathered in the Ritz, where speeches, songs and toasts occupied the evening. After supper at midnight we sang God Save the King, and wished each other all success in the days of sunshine and effort that lay ahead. At this time, the Endurance was making an unusually rapid drift to the north under the influence of a fresh southerly to southwesterly breeze. We travelled 39 miles to the north in 5 days before a breeze that only once attained the force of a gale, and then for no more than an hour. The absence of strong winds, in comparison with the almost unceasing winter blizzards of the Ross Sea, was a feature of the Weddell Sea that impressed itself upon me during the winter months. Another race took place a few days after the Derby. The two crack teams, driven by Hurley and Wild, met in a race from Khyber Pass. Wild's team, pulling 910 pounds, or £130 per dog, covered the 700 yards in 2 minutes 9 seconds, or at the rate of 11.1 miles per hour. Hurley's team, with the same load, did the run in 2 minutes 16 seconds. The race was awarded by the judge to Hurley, owing to Wild failing to weigh in correctly. I happened to be part of the load on his sledge, and a skid over some new drift within 50 yards of the winning post resulted in my being left in the snow. It should be said in justice to the dogs that this accident, while justifying the disqualification, could not have made any material difference in the time. The approach of the returning sun was indicated by beautiful sunrise glows in the horizon in the early days of July. We had 9 hours twilight on the 10th, and the northern sky, low to the horizon, was tinted with gold for about 7 hours. Numerous cracks and leads extended in all directions to within 300 yards of the ship. Thin, wavering black lines close to the northern horizon were probably distant leads refracted into the sky. Sounds of moderate pressure came to our ears occasionally, but the ship was not involved. At midnight on the 11th, a crack in the lead ahead of the Endurance opened out rapidly, and by 2 a.m. was over 200 yards wide in places, with an area of open water to the southwest. Sounds of pressure were heard along this lead, which soon closed to a width of about 30 yards and then froze over. The temperature at that time was minus 23 degrees Fahrenheit.